Shalom everyone, and hi from Tel Aviv. This is Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan, and you're watching Inside the IDF, our second edition. I'm in a very special place today. This is the Israeli Hall of Independence in Tel Aviv, where in 1948, Israel declared its independence. That happened after the 1947 partition plan was issued and approved by the UN, which divided mandatory Palestine into two different states, one for Jews and one for Arabs. The Jews accepted it, while the Arabs rejected it. What followed was a bloody battle where 6 different Arab militaries attacked the young state of Israel. That war ended with a miraculous Israeli victory. The first and biggest combat event that we dealt with this month was that on the 31st of October, the Palestinian Islamic Jihad attempted to dig a terror tunnel from the Gaza Strip near Khan Yunis into Israel. We were able to intercept it. We targeted the tunnel with special explosives. 5 terrorists were killed and Israeli lives were saved. The IDF has a multitude of technological tools that we use dealing with these terror tunnels. One of them are these cool virtual reality goggles that our Special Forces Yahalom unit uses when they train how to deal with the tunnels without being inside the tunnels themselves. In order to be prepared against the multitude of threats that the State of Israel faces, the IDF must train, and train it does. We train in the air, on land, and at sea. Blue Flag was the 2-week exercise which the Israeli Air Force is leading based on its extensive experience in counter-terror and other types of operations, one of the richest Air Force in the world in terms of its experience, and we are glad to share with our allies and friendly forces around the world. We know that it's all about working together, and that is what Blue Flag 2017 is about. The IDF continues to work hand in hand with different militaries from around the world in combating terrorism and other threats. Challenging our defenses once more up in the north, on the 11th of November, the Syrian military sent a UAV into the demilitarized zone between Syria and Israel. It was immediately intercepted by a Patriot missile. No threat to Israeli public whatsoever. We understand that the civilians living in the Gaza Strip face difficulties and challenges, and therefore the IDF and Israel allows humanitarian aid to be transferred from Israel into the Gaza Strip through the Kerem Shalom border crossing. However, sad to see that the Hamas terrorist organization abuses this humanitarian aid and tries to smuggle in explosives through that border crossing. Recently, together with the Ministry of Defense, we discovered thousands of kilograms of explosives that the Hamas terrorist organization tried to smuggle in through that humanitarian aid, and by using new technology, we were able to stop the transfer of those explosives to the Hamas. In another first, this month the Israeli Navy and Air Force cooperated, and today we have a fully operational naval Iron Dome deployed at sea, which will be able to defend sensitive Israeli strategic assets against a multitude of threats. Terrorism evolves and the IDF adapts. This month we created a new counterterrorism unit based in the Jordan Valley, which is based only on reserve personnel. Their name is the Knights of the Jordan Valley, and that's not a Monty Python joke. Israel will celebrate its 70th independence in less than half a year, and the founding father of modern Zionism, Theodor Herzl, said, "If you will it, it is no dream." That's our message to you. Don't be afraid to dream big and achieve big. Thanks for watching. I'm happy you took your time. Please make sure to subscribe to our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter platforms to get the latest updates from the IDF. Shalom from Israel.